What's up? Man, it is cold today. It's like 3 or 4 degrees Celsius. Luckily I have these heated gloves and these heated grips. I can't imagine riding without them anymore, man. They are amazing. So, topic of today's video is gonna be a fun one, because we're gonna talk about going to the track. More specifically, going to track without like a van or without a trailer or something to transport your motorcycle on. So just going to the track, riding on track and going back home on the motorcycle. Is it even possible? Is it even fun? Is it comfortable? Is it doable? So that's what we're gonna talk about, because this year will be the 3rd year that I will be going to track without a van or without anything, just with my motorcycle. And every time I tell someone about this, they look at me like I'm crazy. And from the group I usually go with, I'm the only one who does it like that. Well, almost the only one. All the other riders go with a trailer mostly and sleep on the paddock. But me, I do things a little bit differently, because I don't have a trailer, I don't have a van. Oop, yep. So, there's 3 big themes I want to talk about. And the first one is spending the night, because most of the time when you go to a track day, it starts real early in the morning. Here in Belgium, mostly about at 7 o'clock will be the first session, or 8 o'clock will be the first session. So that's quite early. So you got a couple of options, or you can, you know, leave home at night and ride a couple of hours to the track, ride on track and go back home, all on the same day. But that's not really comfortable in my opinion. I like to spend the night. So then you got really 2 options, I think. You could go and take a tent and a mattress and all that stuff with you and spend the night on the paddock also, and that could be fun, certainly if you go with a group. But it's not that easy. You gotta take a lot of luggage with you, and I like to minimize the stuff I have to take with me, so I go for the second option, which is just spending the night at a cheap ass hotel. I found a hotel within 1.5 kilometers from the track I usually go to, and it's like a 2-minute ride or something. So not that far, and that brings a couple of advantages. Oh shit, 70 here. So I can just check in the day before at whatever hour I want, and I can spend the night at in a good bed, and in the morning I can just take a shower, have a nice cup of coffee, put my suit on and go to the track. And when I arrive, I will be all ready to do the first session, because I'm already ready. So most of the guys I go with spend the night on the paddock, as I said, and some of them wake up and they are tired. Of course, I don't have that problem, and I like it that way. So that's theme number 1. The second thing I want to talk about is the stuff you gotta take with you. Besides all the usual stuff, you really need like 2 things that are very important in my opinion, and that are things for the tires, because you'll need something to pump up the tires. I got an electrical pump, and I have the wires like coming out of the bike, of the side of the bike, so it's really easy to operate, and you really need it because you'll have a different tire pressure on track than on the road. So yeah, you'll need to pump them up. And also the second thing you really have to take with you is a sort of patch kit for when you get something in your tire, because you'll need the bike, of course. You need to get to the track, you need to ride on track, and you'll need to get back home again, all with the bike, all with the same set of tires. So if something happens, you need to be able to patch it up on the road. So you'll need to take that stuff with you. Me, I have a pretty small electrical pump. I'll put it up on the screen. And the patch kit, I used it on a couple of occasions. It's quite basic, but it's really effective. Some people think it's not that safe to ride around with that kind of road thing inside the tire, but it's really not a problem to do like a couple of 100 kilometers with it. So don't worry about that, it should be alright. And yeah, and let's move on to the third thing, which is the mentality. Your mentality on track is going to be a little bit different than when you have a trailer or van with you, because you will need the bike to get back home. So safety and not crashing is your top priority. It's always kind of a priority, of course, but you can, you know, push the limits a little bit harder if you know you're gonna get the bike on a trailer or something, even if you would crash. But when you only ride with the motorcycle during the entire day and the day before, you will need it. So don't crash is like the most important part of well, one of the most important things you need to keep in mind. There we go. Perks of having a motorcycle. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I hope I could have helped a couple of people. And yeah, see you in the next one. Ride safe and go to that track day, even if you don't have something to put your bike on or in. Just do it. It's really doable. It's really fun. Certainly if you love riding on the road and on track, if you don't have a problem with doing a lot of kilometers, it's fun, it's doable, and I like to do it that way. So there we go. See you later.